Hey guys, this is a tutorial on how to finally change the music that we couldn't change before because it's RSEQ. There's two games that's of the best interest to actually do this in, which is Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Mario Kart Wii. I'm going to start with Mario Kart Wii because it has an RSEQ that people are probably asking a lot about to change, and everyone's been being told that they can't do it because there's no way to modify the MIDR or the SEQ. Well, I'm here to say that you can, because now that we have Brawlbox able to open BRCRs and change a few things, we can actually go and change that right now. You will need hex edit and, of course, Brawlbox version 7.0. I'm just gonna call it that. The first thing you'll do is open up your BRCR in Brawlbox, like I did here. And for Revel Kart's sake, the thing we're gonna be looking for is the SEQ folder right here. And in O, the Wi-Fi voting screen and menus is this one right here, Earth. Right here, you notice sound file 292, group CH Earth. We're going to change that and point it to a BRSTM. So you can take any BRSTM you want in this folder right here to get the name of it. I'm just going to go and stream O. Which one do I want here? Where the hell is that? Ending part A, because no one ever bothers modding that, nor will they ever get that thing to load. So I'm just gonna take the sound file from this BRSM right here, copy it, and go back to Earth and paste it right here, and it should change. Now volume, of course, it's 110 by default. You can change to whatever you want. I'm gonna full blast this to 255. Now, sound type, it says SEQ, which is the sequence, or sequence of instruments. Click the drop down and change that to STRM, because it's going to be a BRCM that we're going to play. Not a wave, not an SEQ, because the instruments can go to hell. Now, ERSAR wave info. Keep note of this stuff for later on, because we're going to do this next part in hex edit. Set alloc track, I'm going to change these to a 0. Leave the rest of that crap alone. RSR STRM info. Channel account, change this to a 2 because BRCMs are usually 2 channels, or as normal BRCMs are, they're always 2 channels. They're not single channels, as I see a few people saying. And then the next field is not Earth, it's alloc channel flag. I'm going to change that one to a 1. Now, as of now, we have successfully changed it and redirected it to a BRCM. But not fully, because if you test this out now, go to where that music's supposed to play, it'll be silent. I have taught this to a few people in the CTP chat. I've taught like Torran, Kaizo, and Astrostar how to mute this, because when I mentioned that I knew how to mute it, they asked me how, and I told them, well, this is the only part that I taught them. The other part was what will get it to work. Copy this, because we're going to look for this string in hex edit. SEQ label entry, because we need to get rid of that and change it to a null. But if we change it to anything, Brawlbox isn't going to let us change it at all. So from here, we can go ahead and save. And wait till this thing saves, because I don't know when it's saved. Yeah, it's not saved yet. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to open up hex edit and drag our Revel Kart in here and bring up find text string, paste SMF or SMF or start and search for it. We're going to replace the first instance of it with all zeros in hex to get rid of it. When it's opened up in Brawlbox again, it'll say null. That is exactly what we want. So we're going to save that and then close this out. Oh, wow, 2x edits opened. Now, from this point, you can go and get any BRCM that you want. Now, I have a few BRCMs here. Where's that one from Tropical Freeze? Was it BGM 3 that I change? Yeah, that's actually the one that I want. So you could take any BRCM that you want now, and you can rename it to that BRCM. Now, of course, the BRCR has to be patched for that BRCM, as always. So, right here, what I'm going to do, because I'm too lazy to go and look up the name, or go to open up Brawlbox for that again, I'm going to load the program that I made, which helps install BRCMs easily. It also includes a really handy BRCR patcher that patches even if you've modified custom sound effects in Brawlbox. I'm going to get rid of this error over here because my SD card wants to be gay. I'm going to take a copy of this and name it O ending part port A 32. You can throw the BRCM that you name this in your My Stuff folder, which I'm going to go and do that right now. Let me open up a test here. Stupid SD cards want to be stupid on me. Open this up and let's go here. Did I type it correctly in there? Can I do the shortcut? Oh no, it only opened. Okay, screw that new folder. You put your sim in the My Stuff folder, as well as the Mario Kart, which we have to patch. You can use my patcher, or you can search up the thing in hex edit. Ending part A. Okay, I'm patching this in hex edit. Okay, ending port A. The stuff above it. FFFFF00040, and the amount of bytes we want to patch. I don't really care of patching it for exactly. And to shoot down those statements that everyone on the forums has been saying that the patcher patches the BRSTM size, simply don't know what they're talking about. Because if you're changing or patching the size so that it fits it, you're actually deleting a bunch of data so that its size does match it. This will cause, if it did this, this would cause your music to be corrupted, crash the game, and other crap like that. So what it's doing is it's reading the BRCM size in the size bytes in hex and writing that hex over this. That's all it's doing. Because the game is told to only buffer this much before giving up. So it has to reach the loop point before it decides to give up for the music to actually work. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. So now it's patched. Mario Kart. Give you a copy to here. Hurry up and copy. Move faster. Okay, now that that one's copied, I can go on to the next SD and cover you people here at KCMM. You guys are gonna be like, this is revolutionary! Because now you guys can change the following things in Brawl: the Starman, the Hammer, the Golden Hammer, the Biggie Dance, the DK Bongo things, and Luigi's hippie mode from his final smash. I probably missed like a few extra things in there. There's probably extra SEQ things in there for Brawl. But what I've listed is one of the biggest things that people would bother looking at after they've seen this tutorial. So that Starman, we can change that, as you've seen in my SEQ editing video. And I claimed it as SEQ editing because I did not want to release a tutorial yet, because I wasn't sure on what Torran said was true, and I was going to use this tutorial to make everyone put a petition up to actually unblock the Mario Kart after that update came out. But Mr. Bean 35,000 VR told me that that is total and utter BS. So, Torran, shame on you for trolling me. You guys here there at Mario Kart, enjoy your modded voting screen. There's just a few things to note about when you do this is when you're choosing a cup, the game will stop buffering the BRCM for some strange ass reason I do not know. So when you're selecting a cup, after the buffered end has reached, the music will just stop playing as if you didn't patch it correctly. Do not worry. This is normal. I have no idea what's causing it though. If I do find out what's causing it, I will upload a video showing how to fix that. But when you actually pick a cup, so that you can pick a track in that cup, the music will kick back in again and start buffering. The cup selection is the only section of the game where the BRCM stops buffering after you do this. On the VR screen and the select character screen in CTGP, this is not a problem. It'll keep playing. In the many of my videos, you have noticed that my voting screen has been changed to the ring shot menu for Mario Golf 64. This is what I did to get that to work. I did not change the SEQ instruments at all to play and replicate that music. I just outright, flat out made it play a BRCM. Enjoy your mod. I'm moving on to the Brawl side of this hacking now, because the Brawl hackers are going to want it the most. Now, let me prepare my folders over here, and I'll be right with you. Okay. Oops. Wrong name. New folder, come on. App. Okay. I'm actually going to leave setting up these folders in for showing off the edits in action, because noobs keep coming in to our chat and saying, there's no folder. Yeah. Make it. As you can see what I'm doing here, you're just creating folders, right? You just created my do toilet mods of shit, and boom, you have a folder that exists. Nothing different from Brawl modding. PF sound, strm. Okay, I got this stuff set up. Okay, now I'm ready for you Brawl modders out there who are probably asking, hello, sorry, but I would like to know how to change the Starman item music. I looked in the Smash Bros. Sound Bazaar, and I did not find anything. Please tell me where its location is. Thank you. Well, Mario Star Plus, with the golden flower, I'm happy to announce I will tell you where it is and how to change it. It is located, well, after my response there, it is located Sund Seek item Superstar. This is where the Starman music is. But you may notice you can't change it. It's pretty much an MIDI or an RSEQ. A bank or a set of instructions set that tells the Wii how to play the music using this set of instruments given specified in the sound bank, and play them at different pitches, at different times, at different lengths, at different intervals to form the music. This is how the N64 played its music back then. It was not playing an MP3 or anything, despite what the DK rap tells you, because Rare pulled off the impossible and they thought outside the box. Well, we're going to think outside the box right here, and this is how you're going to change the Starman music. You see it's pointing at an SEQ entry. If we go to entry 614, which is where the Starman is, right here. You can't change it. It's just a bunch of things. Is here play or something. I don't even know what order, what exactly is in there, but you get the point of what it's doing. If you were to change the sound bank, the Starman would be not sounding 8-bit and all. It would be playing the same but with whatever sound bank you gave it. So you can, if you want to change it without doing it my way, go right ahead, find the bank file for it, and change the instruments. You'll still have the same music, but using in different instruments, as if you just did MIDI swap in FL Studio. We can't change this. We are going to bypass this shit, and we are going to outright make it play a BRCM. Superstar, keep note of this. Now, we actually want to go to BGM. What is this? Okay, that's where the other crap is. And locate the BRCM that you want. Now I'm going to open up my BRCM copy again and find something that we can use. Because I've used Golden Hammers with one of the musics that I put over a stage, because it's the same thing as the Golden Hammer music. Why not point it there? Save the space. Actually, no, screw it. There is an unused BRCM. I believe it is X24. Let's go and look for that right now. Right here, X24. Bigger. Oh look, it's how to play. Actually, I'm curious. Let me go and check that again. I know there was a BRCM that was nothing, question mark. Let me actually go there right now. Well, let's just see sound stream. Go and see what X24 actually is. I believe it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. So it's an unused BRCM, but we're gonna actually make it used now, thanks to this tutorial. So, as always, copy the pointer here in the BRCMs, and we're going to go back to our SEQ Superstar, paste it there, and change the pointer. Change sound type, SEQ, to SCRM, just like in the one from Mario Kart. Pan mode, what is this? Balance. Pan mode to balance. Because I don't know what that does, but balance is what the streams use. Oh, and let's just ear rape everyone and full blast whatever we decide to play through the roof with the volume. Oops. Scroll, you son of a bitch. Break that. Because we don't need that. Allocate 2 channels to the BRCM. Which, if you can figure out a way to make multi-channel triggers in Brawl, you could actually change this in, like, 4. And, like, a good place to use this would be, like, the Yoshi's Island stage. Where when it changes winter, instead of stopping and starting the music again with another BRCM, it would just transition to this to stream number 2, which is channels 3 and 4. You hear that, Mario Kart players? Multi-channels is not one channel with one music, one channel with another. It's channels 1 and 2 is stream 1, left and right. Channels 3 and 4, left and right of stream 2, and so on. We're going to keep this at 2. Channel allocate, stop doing that Brawl box tab. Allocate that to 1. Some info. Now, I'm going to go and look for a lot of these later on. Let me go and keep a notepad up here. You know what? Do I have sticky notes? Notes. Yes, please bring me my sticky notes. Please bring me my sticky notes. Yes, delete that. Sticky notes. Copy so I can size this. Let's look for that later. Oh, you can even change the mushroom! But hammer, same thing. Copy. Paste the point of the BRCM you want the hammer to play. When you grab it, change it to STRM. And then change and break its pointer. I'm going to cut a lot of this out for the other items because it's pretty much this, it's actually the same exact steps. The only thing different is what the SEQ pointer in this entry that we have to delete and replace with all zeros in hex edit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut to when I get around to opening up hex edit. I'll be right back. That took so long to go and fumble through a bunch of stuff to figure out what I'm gonna use to actually demonstrate the final product. Aside from that, let's go ahead and in hex edit with Smash Bros. Sound loaded. Let's go to that and delete it because Brawlbox doesn't let us do that through it. Huzzah. Okay. Damn it, I gotta go back to the top. There we go. Replace that with all zeros. I think there's a way you could just paste that in and tell it replace with all zeros, and then it'll just freaking like magic happens. But I'm doing it like this because I want to be safe and make sure that I don't corrupt it by accident. Because it's the same if you corrupt it, you have to do all your announcer calls again and all this yada yada BS. Okay, now that we're getting rid of all of this useless crap. Did I save it in No, I did not save it in Brawlbox yet. No change. Oh yeah, I did save it in Brawlbox. Okay, let's save the hex edits here. Now, for you Mario Kart people who are still watching this for some reason, unlike Mario Kart, you do not have to patch Smash Bros. Sound, which, interesting enough, let me actually go and check how that patching works, because you don't have to patch the BRC at all. Yep, I'm right. You don't have to patch at all. Despite all of these patch values being really small, the game ignores that. So huzzah! Now that we're done, I'm actually going to go and load up some of these where I pointed them at. So the superstar is going to be the... Now that we have successfully modified it, let's go and test it out. I'll be right with you guys when I've booted up my Wii U and shit like that. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so now that we're gonna test it, let's go on to the Wii menu and test this shit out. Okay, we are at the health and safety. Don't give a shit about that. And let's load up Evolution. Taco Bell. Okay, up in Evolution. When you guys actually load this stuff, there is no sound file for BRCR pointers. Actually, yeah, there's no pointers in sound files, so you can't use this with Gecko unless you can somehow make a Gecko code that changes these BRCR entries. Which that's the hard as hell way. That's the hardest way, and of course I have the Project Dem blah 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 XML because I had to install it to an SD card for a friend and let him borrow my SD card because he didn't have one, and it's still sitting there for no apparent reason. Where the hell is the one that I use? Here we go, with Jixvar and Brawl with codes. Us below the Jix. Okay, now we've launched it. When you guys use this mod, you have to use Revolution. Do not ask me if this works with Gecko or how to use it with Gecko. You go and ask the people who made the codes that made SFX work with Gecko. Because I did not change any audio data in the BRCRs. I've changed only pointers in the BRCR. So the code's not gonna work for you. Plus it doesn't even have a group. It does not have a group ID in itself. It's an entry and a pointer to said group. If anyone who knows what they're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But I believe that's what it is. Can my controller stop fucking up? It's only with Brawl that it does this too. Let's see, V, and give this thing a Pinkie Pie scheme so that I can get back at tennis. Shameless plug and attack. Let's go to this stage and test this shit out. Let's bring out the Starman. Where the hell is it? Here we go. And the Starman has been successfully changed. It's now playing from an unused BRCM. If you can figure out other BRCM slots to sacrifice, then you... Oh wow, it bounced over him. Haha. You can sacrifice other BRCM slots that actually are used in the game that never play in the areas that you guys actually even give a shit about. You can use that for the hammer and golden hammers if you want them to play different music. Go. Now let's try the hammers out. Hammer. Yeah, scratch your ass, you little monkey. Okay, let's test hammer out. And the hammer changed to the bonus room from Donkey Kong Country Returns. And of course I'm smacking him in the head with a stick. Here, take that. You and your high knuckle back. Yes. Let's try the golden doing that again. This is why Brawl is unplayable, because the controller just doesn't want to work. Here's a golden hammer. Bonked you on the head. Ow. Get away. Boom. Spawn another one. Just to prove that I've actually changed it. So there you go. you have successfully changed SEQ music to BRSTM. This is the only way to date that you can actually change it, because Blackjacks has ceased development on Brawlbox, and I don't think anyone is gonna bother giving a shit developing it later on, or continuing its development, because they probably want him to do it, because I'll just rank. If you take the honors of doing it yourself and continuing the legacy of Brawlbox, you can find a lot of interesting things and probably code that in, or code in things that we probably would have never found, and then evolve brawl hacking even more. So, now that I'm done with the brawl side, okay, John, whatever your name is, I forget because I have so much names to remember and stuff. Because Did's Gang, which you're welcome to stop by if you want, it's in my signature on both the KCMM forums and the Mario Kart Wii forums. Before I go on to show off the result of what we have just did in Brawlbox and Hexedit to our rival cart, CHP John, whatever your name is, delete the XML that came with the CHGP 1.03, and in its place, in remnants, put the one that you made based off with the code that I gave you in that forum post. Put it in your CTGP My Stuff folder, and then change this My Stuff folder option to CTGP. If you decide to use the sexy tracks folder, then you DG CTGP, you turn it to Did's Gang mode. Now, for now, I'm going to go to the extra save, because I have 10 too many saves, more than people need. Oops, I broke it. Extra sexy save my ass. Skype, everything's good. I'm going to launch. Which you're about to see what CTGP channel is actually doing when you turn on save to SD and you don't have one that exists already, because I have disabled the save clone. Heh 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 heh. Heh 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 heh. Dong dong ding ding ding. Dong dong ding ding ding. Dong dong ding ding ding. Let's see our results, shall we? A new will be created. Alright, now that I've created something, let's go to party mode and test our... And let's go to party mode, launch the chopper, and test our results. Permit. If your pointers have worked, or if you have done the first half of the tutorial, the only first half of what I'm saying, the only part of the tutorial that I have taught Astrostar and a few others in the CTGP chat. If you have done that correctly, everything should be silent. If you've done the part that I have revealed finally, and you go to Worldwide, Regional, or Friend Starts a Room, or you go to the voting screen, this should work. You have successfully changed the Wi-Fi music that no one has been able to do for how long, and says you can't change it. It's RSEQ. If there's a way we can replace RSEQ with wave data, we can. Well, I took it a step further. BRSTM, bitch! Anyways, if you've noticed, my buttons here, like single player and party mode, have been changed. That is because something called THP. If you guys want to know how to do this, be sure to follow my channel. I don't really even care about subscribers, but subscriptions are really useful. They allow you to bookmark channels and keep up to date and be notified when they upload something new. And I do plan on releasing a tutorial on how to actually change these buttons, which, heads up, if you guys are interested in changing those buttons, you will need to have a few tools. First and foremost, Sony Vegas Pro 11. But for now, while you guys are waiting for that tutorial to come out, if you guys are interested in THP modding, be sure to give the video a like, a thumbs up if this thing has actually helped you, thumbs down if you own a toilet, and feel free to share this video along with quoting, not copy and pasting and claiming as your own, quoting me on the tutorial. If anyone else asks for this, you just spam this video to them, and hopefully it helps them. Leave a comment down below if you have a comment to post, or if you have any questions to ask. Then again, if you guys want to just chatter live, chatter live, no pun intended, not even referencing chatters there. If you want to chatter with me and my gang, you can click the Dids Gang link in my signature on on the MarioKartWF.com site on my profile, or in the Brawl Vault /KCMM Kitty Corp Mix forums in my post or in my profile. Hope you guys found this tutorial useful and you guys seen it in action. Now test it out for yourself. Hit me up with a comment saying if it worked or not, or what you have made or chose as your music, Mario Kart Wii or Brawl sided. Feel free to share with me your results, or you can meet me up in the Brawl Vault chat by clicking the chat link on the Brawl Vault pages, that is the KCM pages. Also, you guys can check out my streams on twitch.tv/Diddy7Kong, that is Diddy7Kong. Until then, see you guys in the next video.